When I was a little kid, my grandparents lived in a small town about 45 minutes away from us, and they would time to time come and pick me up, and I loved hanging out with my grandparents. I would get so excited that I'd go out and sit on the curb, and that was the longest 45 minutes of my life, like waiting for them to come pick me up. That doesn't really happen to me as an adult. I'm pretty patient, but today's a very special day. In 45 minutes, an excavator is going to show up, and that's going to be a very long 45 minutes. I'm very, very excited to get a new piece of equipment on the property, one I've been waiting for a long time. And so, yeah, it's a long wait. There she is, boys and girls. There she is. Today's project is brought to you by Mr. Cool DIY Mini-Split Systems. Heat or cool your house with a Mr. Cool Mini-Split unit and install it yourself. While it's here, I'll give you guys a look at the undercarriage. That's what I'm telling you. Like, barely a groove there. Feels really good. Look in here, too. Oh, baby. And you're not going to be able to see the rollers. Well, maybe you can. Anyway, they look real good, too. So, no tracks for a while, unless we decide to switch them out. And then there's the big dent. I got to fix all this, because that's going to bug me. I'm gonna be able to do some work with that. They were a little mean on it. All right, I'll look in the excavator. Let's cold starter. Fires right up. Love it. Runs like a champ. Put our arm down. Let's get to work. That was almost a tragedy. What's cool about the size of this blade and the weight is that more often than not, I can just come up to these stumps and hard to film at the same time, but I can just pop them out of the ground like that. That's it. That's simple. That's an 8-inch tree. So my neighbor's up on the Mahindra, and that log he's dumping in there is pretty well worthless. We've got a lot of sweet gum out here, and it's really, I've tried to saw it before, it's really hard on the sawmill. It's extremely hard wood, and it just doesn't really fare well. So in a situation like this where I don't have time to mess with a lot of wood, that goes in the burn pile. We don't do that with any of the oak or any of the other trees that we can use for firewood. He's loading stuff up and taking it down, but right now it's turn and burn. I gotta get this job done quickly. Okay, so if you look at all this and see how mangled and tattered and everything is, and then you look over here, you can see what we're doing. It's about probably 1.5 acres, 2 acres that I'm clearing. And we're really just trying to let a lot more light in, leave a lot of the hardwoods. The canopy is very, very tall, and that's unfortunate. Nothing in here has had a chance to grow, so it had to really reach for the light. Now, one of the positive things about that is you have beautiful straight pieces of wood that are perfect for the sawmill, but I'm really not trying to harvest any of this because we have 20 extra acres. So we're only taking out 10 or 12 of the big trees, and then we're cutting those up and we'll be putting them on the sawmill. So far, the Kobelco has not missed a beat. And I haven't filmed anything over the clearing over the past couple days because I've had to learn ISO as opposed to SAE. And I think that's right. It's been a heck of a job. Like imagine playing a video game and being really proficient at that video game, for those of you that are gamers, and then you pick up your controller and everything is backwards and in the wrong spot. Like all your muscle memory is shot. It's a huge pain in the butt. But as opposed to switching over the lines, I decided to learn the new functions and to leave the machine as it is because I need to know. You know, I don't need to be switching everything over to backhoe mode, and then I can still operate a backhoe. So I am proud to say that I'm getting more efficient. Now the cool thing about it is I'm not having to relearn how to operate a backhoe because there's a lot of little things that you have to learn how to dig. You got to know what position you're in. You got to know, like, if you're digging up a stump, how far out to go to the side of the stump. And I already know all that, right? So I'm only trying to get my mind to tell the tractor to do that through my hands. And so that's really the only thing that I've had to kind of learn. So it was actually quicker than I thought. So this is a Mahindra brand grapple, and it's small. I don't really care that much for it. You can see it doesn't, like, even at full throw, it doesn't really get a hold of a lot of the log. So I want a bigger one, and I'll probably build a bigger hoop. Is all I'll do. But this is Scott's. I'm not going to help him. I'm not going to tell him what to do or how to do anything. He's learning, and it's better in these cases to let people figure it out for themselves than try to give him pointers, and he'll get it. But anyway.
Hey, don't grab!
Yeah.
No, grab it by the front, Scott. Grab it by the trunk. Hey, Scott, do you want a pointer?
Push it sideways a little bit so I can open it. I'll back up.
You got it. See, a lot of people just absolutely do not like you to help them. It kind of makes me sad when I'm working with people that don't want assistance, but I've learned that that's how us guys are, man. Our ego is wrapped up in everything we do, and it's unfortunate that that's the case, but it is. In that case, all you had to do was kind of like creep under there, grab the front of the log, and pick it up. I've gotten away from not listening to other guys' advice, and it's really helped me a lot. I've been doing some work with Roger's Fix-It Barn. He's a smaller YouTube channel, but this man he was a maintenance mechanic his entire life, and he's just such a wealth of knowledge. And he also, he knows a lot about ropes and tying things off and all that kind of stuff. When Roger has an idea, I shut up and I listen and I watch, and because I don't want to be messing with something for hours or doing something wrong. I like to figure out stuff for my own, right? And there's that sense of accomplishment, but I would rather know how to do it right. So I have learned how to kind of disconnect my ego from whatever it is I'm doing, so I don't fumble around for long periods of time. I can become more efficient because my end goal is to learn, right? Is to be better. And I think a lot of us fail in that. It was a weakness that I had where, oh, I know what I'm doing, I got this, you know. Sometimes it's a negative thing when you have so many guys that want to tell you how to do things and you're just trying to get the job done and you know what you're doing. It's the whole, you know, too many bosses, not enough employees type situation. So in this case, I love Scott. Scott, if you're watching this, it's no offense, but you know, we'll watch him struggle with the log for a while and then figure out like what's going to work and what's not going to work. And normally I can say this, once you've got it up in the air, go, move. If you got a grip on it, get out of there. Anyway, he succeeded, he's got it, he's moving, he's learning the piece of equipment, and there's also that flow. He's in a flow too, so he doesn't want me to go up there and say, hey, do it this way, and take him out of his flow, take him out of his thought process. Not everybody learns that way, and not everyone appreciates you telling them how to do stuff. It's a balance. Me personally, I'm better off when someone attempts to assist me if their information is correct. And that's how I learn. I also learn very well by doing things myself, but building on someone else's knowledge is not a bad thing. Oh, we just got the thumbs up. He's got it. He's happy. He succeeded. Oh, he failed. That's okay. That's okay. That's gonna happen. You know what that is? That's learning again. I'm not gonna offer him assistance anymore I'm just gonna let him keep doing that. It's good that he's doing that because it's knocking off all the dirt from the bottom of the roots.
We ain't gonna let it beat us.
You ain't gonna let it beat you?
Yeah, ain't gonna let it beat us.
See, if he just slid up underneath there and he grabbed the front, he'd have a good lock on it. That'd be the best way to grab it. And he's still positioned properly for that. It's really the geometry of how this jaw works. It's not the best for this situation. And so he's only getting a tiny, like one little tooth purchase over here, and it's not really working that well. He's in the V. That might work if it can close enough. Yeah, that'll work. Nope. Now it's sideways. He could grab it right here. Well, see, I'm not telling him how to do it, but I'm talking to the camera. I think he might be watching me. We're rooting for you, Scott! Okay, just, yeah, clamp over it. Go a little to the left, a little to the left. Ladies and gentlemen, I believe he'll have it now. No. There you go, right there. Curl up, now lock it. Oh, a little too late. Almost, Scott, almost. Do that again. Almost, you almost had it. This is gonna make a great video. This would be a good time to show hand signals. All right, now curl. Nope, don't close, curl. Nope. You gotta curl first. Hey, I'm here if you need my eyes, okay? Because I know you can't see over the front of that. Do you know hand signals? No, he doesn't want any help. So the bottom will always be stationary, right? And the top will move like this. So once you're in a position, it just pushes it over. So you need to use the bottom of the forks to push it up and then in a secure position and then lock the jaws. The jaws are just there to hold it onto, you know, the back plate. It's not really a good gripper. That's good. Now if he just remembers once he goes down to curl up and not hit the switch, he'll be fine. So curl up. Beautiful, curl up. Don't hit the switch. Oh yeah, curl up. Nope, see. Hit the switch too soon. Close though, he's getting better. We're in this together now, guys. I think I'm just gonna let this play out. This is kind of fun to watch. Oh, I think he might have it. Yes. He's got it. Curl up. Don't close it. Curl up. No, don't raise up. Curl up. You're under it. There you go. Curl up. Curl up. Oh, close it. Close it. Yeah, baby! You got it! That was perfect! How you feel?
I feel good.
You feel better?
Yeah.
Yeah, you beat it.
I feel like burning it.
Yeah. All right, so we got it figured out. Makes me happy. I'm over there rooting him on, and he's in there trying to figure it out. I didn't tell him, you don't know what the hell you're doing, let me get on there and show you real quick or all that. I just asked him if he wanted help. He declined my help. And now he's got it. He's spent more time in the seat picking up something that's very difficult to pick up with that particular bucket. And he has educated himself on how to do it. So, and we're both in great moods. Like, I'm still smiling because I'm happy that he figured it out. Well, we got a problem. It's overheating. And I don't really know why, so we're gonna have to check that out. I haven't run it very long. And maybe we lost a belt. Yeah, we lost a belt. Okay. That's fine. We can live with that. Okay, so I gotta get a belt. I mean, you know, it happens. What do you want? So, it's just a belt. Yeah, these are the kind of things you find out We're gonna let it cool. Hopefully it didn't get too hot. It's only midways up on the heat level on the temperature gauge inside. So I think we're okay. But now I gotta try to figure out how to get a belt on this thing. It's way down in there. Oh, that's gonna be fun. Steven, you wanna come over and hang out, bro? It'll be fun. We'll have a lot of fun doing stuff. Okay, I was able to pop this guard off, and now I can see down in here and I can actually see the belt. So let's try to get the belt out. Oh, that does not make me happy. The belt just popped off. Okay. The reason this doesn't make me happy is there's a reason the belt popped off. Okay, wait, there's more than one belt. Alright, let's try to get this belt. Oh yeah, this one's chewed. Well, there's your problem. That guy is never been replaced. Look at that. Just chunks missing. Okay, so here's the fun part. Now I've got to get this guard out of the way. That's going to be a real pain in the butt to try to get that out. So that means both hoses have to come off. This beautiful little water overflow tank, which is useless, that has to come off. And then I can probably get the guards off. Real tight quarters. That's why this stuff costs so much money. Okay, well, nothing to do but to do it. Okay, I looked around the belt and I was able to find a number on it. So we're good there. I can just go to the store, get 2 new belts, and then go get all my tools and get ready to get back to work. All right, check this socket out. Now this is a 1/2 inch. Look, that is on the bolt, and it's even a little further down because there's a washer there. Look at how much that wobbles on there, and then look at how much twist is on it. That's quite a bit. Here's a 13, it's got a ton of twist, and this is a 12, and a 12 doesn't go on there, right? So why is this happening? Let's talk about it. I've got a great set of tools in the shop, and I needed something that I could just come out here and use real quickly. And so I bought some Craftsman ratchet wrenches and this Craftsman box that has 3/8, quarter, and half, and it's got enough of everything I need. It literally has enough of the stuff that I want to keep in the truck, and also it doesn't snap into place. I really hate the ones that snap into place. So I believe if I turned this over upside down, everything would stay, and I'm okay with this, right? It's chintzy, okay, at best. This is a homeowner-y guy stuff, but the sockets just don't bite. They don't fit right. And the wrench is, you might as well lubricate it. I don't even have oil on my hand. I want to show you something. 1/4 inch drive's missing. It's buried somewhere in the bottom of that excavator, so I have to go exploring to get it. The combination of how slick the handle is and how there's nothing on there, like it's super slick, that coupled with how wobbly it is when you're inside somewhere and you're trying to work on it, everything is just too slippy and these things fall right out of your hands. It's like they designed it to be the most slippy ratchet in the world. So I've got my receipt, and I'm going to return this whole set. It's a shame. I want a cheap set, right? And so I bought the Craftsman. It was still $200, so it's not super cheap. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take a couple nuts and bolts with me, and I'm going to get I'm going to head down to Harbor Freight, and I'm going to check out their Icon stuff, because I have a sneaking suspicion it's going to be better than this. Guys, in no way can I recommend the new Craftsman stuff. You already know how I feel about Craftsman and Sears from, you know, their years of stealing patents and theft. I went ahead and gave them one more shot, and thank God I can just take this back to the store, because it is terrible. Absolutely terrible. Okay, job's done. You know, the screwdriver though, this is a great screwdriver. I like it. It feels good. So this is the only positive. Okay, even with all the tool snafu, I got this back together, and so all I need is some fluid in there.